Hello, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, hello. I hope you stick around. Let's get into the message. Today's message is about provoking some form of negative reaction out of another. Now, before I get into the dream download, I want to say this. I believe that God is bringing this message to my attention, not just for me, but for a lot of people who, might follow this channel. Maybe you're around a certain person, maybe someone you work with or someone you live with that is on purpose trying to provoke you to fight with them. So let's get into the message. Now, in a spiritual context, provoke means to deliberately stir up strong emotions, often anger or resentment in another person, pushing their buttons to elicit a negative response, usually to test their faith, character, or patience. This is often seen as a negative act, especially when used in the Bible, where it frequently appears as a warning against inciting anger in others, particularly from a position of authority, like a parent towards their child. Now, let's get into the dream. I was walking in this room, and a group of women walked past me. One woman in the group forcefully bumped into me. I still can feel it. She didn't say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, my bad," nothing. She on purpose bumped into me and kept walking. She went on over to the couch that she was sitting on with her friends. She had her face balled up as if the world owed her something. She had her friends with her, basically trying to get me to react to them. They were trying to provoke some form of negative response. Now, this situation in the dream state played out very interesting to me. The first time, I did turn around when she did bump into me the first time. And I, kind of walked over to the girl and her friends. And I asked the girl, why didn't she say, "Excuse me"? I brought it to her attention. "Hey, you bumped into me. You could have said, "Excuse me." In the dream, my energy was not good. It felt like, we were about to fight. Now, let me say this. In my everyday life, you ever come across me, you will be met with love and hugs and good energy. I'm the type that loves to make people laugh. I used to have the nickname Grandma because I take good care of people around me. You treat me good, I'm going to treat you good. You will be fed and you will be loved. And you can talk about whatever is bothering you. And that has never changed with me. The only time you'll get a different version of me, the version where I'm handling you with a long-handled spoon, is if you cross me in such a negative way. Maybe never tried to right your wrongs or apologize. And I had to heal, when you on purpose hurt me for your own evil amusement. In those situations, I just kind of silently cut you off and I move on. I do not like to argue with anybody. We can talk, but I don't like going back and forth. But yeah, I'll usually do the silent cutoffs and I'll move on with my life. And this usually triggers past people. They feel I should just sit there and take their disrespect and their abuse. Like, how dare you move on with your life? Now I got to lie on you. I got to drag your name. I got to lie to people. Tell them that you were the problem. Have people watch you, all because you cut me off. Instead of them healing, it's like when we move on away from toxic people, it really triggers the demons in them. But anyway, let's get back into the dream. The situation played out two ways. The first was me witnessing that the girls was trying to provoke me to wrath, to anger. They needed me to react in such a negative way, and with other eyes on me in the dream, they wanted others to see something negative. Had I reacted, it would have been like one of those, see, I told you situations. This was the vibe it was giving in the dream. In the girl's mind, she was thinking, I need to capture something so I can show people a negative side. I want I want people to see something that was not there. They won't see, however, that I on purpose aggressively bumped into her, nor will I acknowledge it. They just need to see you coming at me so I can play victim. Now, Psalm 37, 1-2 reminds us to not fret because of those who are evil, or be envious of those who do us wrong. For like the grass, they will soon wither, like green plants, they will soon die away. This psalm encourages people to focus on living a life that just honors God, rather than being consumed by the actions of those who do us wrong. You are being encouraged at this time to not get distracted by whoever or whatever the enemy might send in to test you. You don't have to react to everything. I had someone cut in front of me in a line one time. Instead of me getting angry, I said to myself, maybe they're in a hurry. I had someone who was already having a bad day. They tried to drag me into their storm. They wanted me to say something so they would feel better about coming at me, all aggressive. I remained calm. I said, I understand you're upset. When you calm down, let's revisit the situation, but I will not argue back and forth with you. This response allowed the other person time to, think, and they came back and they apologized, and everything was handled more calmly. The enemy wants people to be triggered. He loves to see young women fighting over men. He loves to see families going back and forth. He loves when we can create chaos in our reality. To my brothers, before I end the video, let me say this. You already know what type of time your ex is on. She's only doing certain things to you so she can get a reaction out of you. She's only doing stuff to get a reaction out of you in hopes to maybe throw you in jail. I'm seeing this far too often with my brothers. If you have to go around someone from your past, maybe to get your kids or whatever the reason, if someone, take someone you trust is basically what I'm trying to say. Take someone you trust. If they can't ride with you that day, keep your phone on you, because the phones can be our best friend. Record. So you'll have proof that you didn't do anything that she might be accusing you of doing. People on purpose like to provoke. That was the dream. So I know this message will be helpful for a lot of people. It could just be personal for me. Maybe God is telling me what's up ahead. Maybe I'm going to run into someone who's going to try to on purpose provoke me to do something, and they will be met with love. Anyway, I look forward to talking with you guys on the next video. Stay safe, stay warm, and take care.